Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cypher from cypherpk.com, and today I'm bringing you a updated Magicka DK for the new patch Homestead. Now, I will say that not much has changed from the last build, but with the nerfs to Desert Rose, we definitely got rid of that set. It's not terrible. It's just I feel like I get better use out of different sets than Desert Rose. So I'm going to show you what I replaced Desert Rose with, and I'm going to give you a few other options as to what might work for you. But basically, we are now using Seducer with Rattle Cage and Blood Spawn. So we dropped Scoria. You can still use Scoria. It still does decent damage, and we didn't really have too high crit on this build. So most of our Scoria meteors weren't really critting. So if you still want to use Scoria, you still can. But I just like Blood Spawn because of the buff that they made to the Leap ultimate. And you can get it up pretty frequently in a fight, and it hits really hard. It's undodgeable, and it's a good way to finish off opponents who are low health. And also gives you a decent sized shield. So let's go over the armor sets really quickly. This is going to be very, very quick because the abilities are still the same, aside from dropping the other ultimate I was using. I forgot which one it was for Ferocious Leap. And we're using Bat Swarm on the back with all the basic abilities like Volatile Armor, which recently got buffed, Elusive Mist, Deep Breath, Igneous Shield, and Coagulating Blood, which also recently got buffed and now heals based off of a flat value that gets increased by spell damage and max magicka, as well as missing health. Now our front bar is the same thing: Burning Embers, Flame Lash, which got a 5% damage bonus, Fossilize, Engulfing Flames, and Burning Talons, along with our Ferocious Leap ultimate. So it's a pretty standard setup, nothing too different from our old build. The CP I'm not going to go over because it's the same exact CP that I used in the previous build. I did not change the CP of the build. It's still the same. So if you want to see that, just go to the previous video, which will be linked in the description to see the old CP layout. Let me just show you what I did with the armor sets. So obviously Scoria for Blood Spawn. I have an infused helmet. It's the only one I have, so I'm just using the light helmet and then the Impen medium shoulders. And then I'm running the Rattle Cage jewelry. And these drop from the first and second boss of that one dungeon. Sorry. The name of the dungeon is Vault of Madness, right? Yes. So it drops from the first and second boss. And you can get them in Arcane. Just run the dungeon on vet mode, kill the first and second boss, then reset the dungeon, and keep doing that until you get these jewelry. Forbidden Jewels for the necklace, Gem of Curses for the rings. It comes in Arcane. I'm running 2 spell damage, 1 cost reduction, Seducer, 3 Seducer body pieces, and Seducer sword and shield, double sword and shield, reinforced shields, maximum health on the back bar, maximum magic on the front bar, sharpened and defending for the back bar. I'm still using these poisons because they do decent damage every once in a while. Gives you a little bit extra dot pressure, and if you're running Scoria, these can proc your Scoria. So basically what we did is we replaced Seducer with Rattle Cage, and then we replaced the Desert Rose jewelry with the Arcane Rattle Cage jewelry, because Seducer doesn't come in jewelry, so you have to wear it on your body and armor. And then we just put we replaced some Rattle Cage armor pieces with some Seducer. Now another setup that you could potentially run if you want extreme damage is to run Rattle Cage and Burning Spellweave and drop the Seducer. But if you do this, I recommend you run at least 2 cost reduction. But even with that, you might have some sustain issues, but you'll hit extremely hard. The stats kind of look like this. We're talking 2.4k spell damage. Buffed with the light attack is about 2.7, 2.8k, maybe a little bit more with some of the other passives. 1261 recovery unbuffed. Only 22% spell critical. Nothing too major here. 36.6k max magic on the front bar. 26k health on the back bar. 25k health on the front bar. About 16k stamina. So resistance values buffed is also pretty decent with spiked armor. We're talking 30k spell resist on the back bar, 26k on the front bar, 27, 23k. So pretty good setup. Atronach Mundstone, you still want to go with that. I am a Dark Elf. You could be a Dark Elf, High Elf, Breton. Dark Elf is my favorite pick though. And yeah, stage 4 Vampirism for the ultimate on the back bar. Still the same build, not much has changed. I wanted to keep this video very short for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more builds, go to cypherpk.com or check out my other YouTube videos. And you can see this build in action in some of my previous videos. And I'm also getting more clips this patch to show you live footage. But I do want to say that between last patch and this patch, the DK is definitely stronger. So expect to see better footage coming out If you're impressed with the previous footage, I'm pretty sure you'll be even more impressed with the footage that is coming soon. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this build video, and if you have any comments, leave them in the description down below.